Well, hello, disciple maker makers. I'm excited to bring you another one of Jesus' miracles. Remember, these are not necessarily in chronological order, and here we are in John chapter 5, verses 1 through 15. So there's a Jewish feast, and Jesus goes up to Jerusalem. Now, there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool, which is called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of sick people, blind, lame, paralyzed, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first after the stirring of the water was made well of whatever disease he had. Now, a certain man was there who had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had already been in that condition a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water stirred up. But while I'm coming, another steps down before me." Jesus said to the man, "Rise, take up your bed, and walk." And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed, and walked. And that day was the Sabbath. The Jews therefore said to him who was cured, "It's the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your bed." He answered them, "Well, he who made me well said to me, 'Take up your bed and walk.'" Then they asked him, "Who is the man who said to you, 'Take up your bed and walk'?" But the one who was healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had withdrawn, a multitude being in that place. Afterward, Jesus found him in the temple and said to him, "See, you have been made well. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come upon you." The man departed and told the Jews that it was Jesus who made him well. This historic location in Jerusalem, known to have been located near the present-day Church of St. Anne, is where many sick people gather near a spring of water which was somehow disturbed, whether by an angel or otherwise, as biblical manuscripts don't all affirm the angelic supposition, to get healed. Now, only the first person in the water at the time of its activity would get healed. I think the representation in The Chosen is really good, at least to demonstrate the odd and discouraging system that became for the sick gathered there. Anyway, Jesus sees a man there, infirmed for 38 years, waiting for the waters to maybe get his chance. And after a brief discussion, Jesus breaks through all the objections and fears and disappointment with the miraculous answer, with this man's healing. Jesus makes a declaration in the power of the Holy Spirit: "Rise, take up your bed and walk." It happens instantly, with no magic water, no scrambling, no missing out, and the man is healed and does what he's told by the healer. And wouldn't you? Here again, the religious leaders, or even just the religious, as the text here says, the Jews, started telling him how it was against the religion to carry his bed on this certain day of the week. And I bring this up to warn you against people who really don't want to believe. Because, make no mistake, we even have them today. Yes, even in our modern day churches, and you have to be careful. Now, Jesus hadn't identified himself, and this man didn't know who he was when he was questioned. Jesus had gotten right out of there after he healed the man, then popped back up into this man's life while he was in the temple, and somehow this healed man is able to identify Jesus now, and he goes and tells the religious people, who were, only moments ago, against this man being healed. Think about that for a second. He tells them who Jesus is. Again, I don't understand the compulsion to oblige those who are aggressively against you and the blessings of God upon you. But nevertheless, Jesus is exposed to those who criticize him and will eventually bring forth his execution. My heart just sinks when reading these in full. This miracle was being done as a blessing and a gift to this man by Jesus, and it was all done in earnest. It was done for his good. And Jesus gives him wise counsel in addition to leave any sin behind him so he doesn't revert to his old condition or worse. This is precious. And this is what we're meant to be bringing to people around us. When God puts someone in our path that we can freely give these miracles to, he is entrusting us to do just that. After all, he gave us his Holy Spirit so we could be empowered to do the miracles he did and greater things. My hope is that you will not just hear this and file it away as just one more cool thing Jesus did, but to embrace it as your calling as a miracle worker like he calls you to. So pray and ask God to give you opportunities and boldness to carry out his plan as he described you would. And remind yourself regularly by picking up something from our shop. Visit andgreaterthings.com today to share the love with someone. Take just a moment to like this video, would you please? Comment and subscribe to this channel for the rest of Jesus' 37 miracles in the Gospels and much, much more. God bless you, and I'll catch you on the next one.